with your Pinpoint Weather 12 forecast.
You're going to want to plan for some indoor activities next couple of days here as we are tracking ocean storm that's going to linger all the way into Friday night. Looking at our forecast here on our live Doppler radar, the rain has already arrived across eastern Massachusetts and spreading into Rhode Island as well. It's all light in Rhode Island. These darker greens and even little flecks of blue that you see is where the radar beam is picking up on some actually snowflakes in the clouds. And so as that falls to the ground, it's melting, but going to keep an eye on some of those wetter roadways that we're seeing along 195 and 95 this morning. By the time we get through the day on Friday, we'll have had a decent soaking of rain, about a 3/4 of an inch to an inch of rain across Providence, Newport as well, with about a 1/2 inch in Westerly. And as we mentioned, much less the further west that you go, with the highest totals, inch and a half of rain possible across eastern Massachusetts. So we're going to lead things off with our dreary weather that we have. Not only going to be rainy, but it's also going to be windy and cool. And we'll talk about those winds here coming up. A better weekend, slow clearing on Saturday. Temperatures are trending milder. By Sunday afternoon, we're up above 50 degrees and we'll see milder weather. It looks like next week, lots more 50s for highs next week and even a couple of 60s thrown in. Looking at our temperatures right now, we've got lower 40s in Providence, low 40s in Newport, upper 30s in New Bedford. Winds have already started to pick up and we'll see gusts between 30 and 35 miles per hour during the daytime today. So the forecast for this morning, scattered showers around. You may get some lulls in the morning hours, especially again in the western parts of Rhode Island, but by the afternoon, the rain turns more widespread, and that'll be unfortunately here to stay into the evening and nighttime hours, with those temperatures topping out close to 50 degrees in spots. Let's take a look at that storm system. It's out over the ocean, well to the south and east of us. You can see that counterclockwise flow around the center of low pressure here. Well, it's going to take kind of an unusual path, as we talked about yesterday, backing closer to us rather than being able to just escape out into the oceans to the east. Instead, it retrogrades, and as it gets closer, the rain and the wind pick up. And this is 9 o'clock this morning. You can see those scattered showers first half of the day are more prevalent in eastern areas, and then notice again it spreads westward through the afternoon and evening as that low pressure gets closer to us and then passes around itself and eventually pushes away as we head into late Friday and Friday evening. Let's talk about the winds that go along with this system. Strongest wind gusts will likely be during the day on Friday, gusting to 60 on Cape Cod, Nantucket, Martha's Vineyard, 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts possible in Plymouth, and even the coast of Buzzards Bay could get some 50-mile-an-hour wind gusts. And then I expect much of Rhode Island to be gusting closer to around 40 miles per hour. So right now the only wind headlines are for the far eastern Massachusetts area. Those spots also could see some coastal flooding around our high tide cycles the next 2 days. So some coastal flood advisories for eastern Massachusetts as well. Here's how that 7-day forecast looks. Upper 40s for today, shave a couple of degrees off of that for tomorrow, keep the rain around, making for another kind of miserable day for us, but then some improving weather for, as I mentioned, the weekend. Slow clearing on Saturday. Wouldn't be surprised if we wake up to cloudy skies on Saturday morning, but those clouds will give way to brighter skies through the afternoon. And on Sunday, we're going to be partly to mostly sunny in the lower 50s. Front comes through on Sunday night, so quick shower with that, but Sunday daytime, Monday looking dry, highs Monday in the lower 60s and upper 50s for Tuesday.